Okay, so December updates. Looking at the weight change, 156 to 162 pounds is where I ended off just yesterday. It's about a 5.5 pound difference, which is about a 1.3 pound per week increase. The reason this is highlighted red is because my goal is only half a pound per week, and so I'm exceeding that by quite a lot. Hopefully, I can continue to reduce this number. When I went from cutting to bulking, the change per week was more drastic. It was higher, and it's easier for me to write that off to water retention and other things due to the transition between cutting and bulking. However, now that I'm firmly in the bulk, it's clear that I'm putting on too much weight. What does that mean? It means I'm getting fat. Only so much of my excess calories, only so much of them are going to um, muscle. So yeah, the goal is to reduce this. Looking at my lifts, um, on the bench press, this is where I made most of my progress realistically. I was doing 225. I was able to get 6 reps last time. That was my highest, and I've been able to increase that just barely to 10. I can comfortably get 9, I would say, but I did hit 10 once. So making considerable progress there, which I'm happy about that. Everything else, though, not much progress, being perfectly honest. The incline, I only got one more rep on that over the entire month. Now, one thing to bear in mind is that I do incline right after I do flat bench. So I'm always fatigued quite a lot. When I push myself incredibly hard for the flat bench, I have less energy for the incline bench. So I think it's reasonable to say that if I were doing incline bench as the first exercise in a given workout, that I would have seen more progress on that lift specifically. Tricep push down. Decent progress here. Now that I've swapped from a rope to a bar, I feel better about going using higher weights. It hurts my wrists less when I use the higher weights, and my form is better. So I'm doing 80 instead of 70. I'm happy about that. Lateral raises and lat pull downs are both grayed out. The reason for this is the lateral raises and the lat pull downs, they're both the exercises I do as the last exercise in the respective workout. And what that means is my adherence to them is pretty low, and I'm not having much success doing them consistently and actually tracking the progressive overload. So no progress really, and honestly, I haven't even been doing lateral raises that much. Seated rows, tiny bit of progress there. Not feeling it too much. Same weight, more reps, and I'm cheating those reps too. So I haven't looked at my form from when I did the 8, but it may be that I haven't changed really at all there. The bicep curl I have increased by 10 pounds, and I'm doing similar reps. So I feel pretty comfortable with that change. And then the squat, I've managed to go up a bit, but this is by far my weakest area, so there should be significant improvement for that. So getting into all of the lifts now, starting with the bench press. This is 225, bar weights 45, 45, 45, 35, 35, 10, and 10. Should add up to 225. And then let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think my form is okay. My hips are not coming off the bench, which definitely makes it easier when they do. I think I can't. I wasn't counting. Is this 9 or 10? This must be 10. There we go. Perfect. So not so bad there. Pretty good. Um, oh, here we go. So I didn't record incline that day because I forgot. So this is now straight to the tricep push down. So you can see I'm using the bar now instead of the rope. This is 80 pounds. So that's 1, 2, 5. The form is alright. It's not incredibly controlled. If it were super controlled, I wouldn't really rotate my arms about my shoulder at all. I would keep it locked and only move the forearm if I'm really isolating it to the tricep. So I could lower the weight and control it even more. I'm not sure what would be more successful. There's almost a little bit of lats going into this, and depending on when I get over the weight like that, it's a bit of a chest motion as well, right? You're kind of doing a dip at that point. So is the form perfect? No, of course not. But it's better than I was doing with the rope. So that was, I think that was 12. I wasn't counting. I'll skip back to this one after all the lifts. That's what I look like essentially. So this is pull-ups. So am I doing 13? Kinda. I'm really doing 10 and then 3, not super good form reps, but I'm trying as hard as I can. I'm getting heavier, so it's harder to do the regular pull-ups. And it's honestly, it's just a grueling exercise to try and do more reps up at a certain points, you know, like without stopping and doing actual like pausing without skipping or bouncing. It's like to do more than 12, I don't know. It's difficult. I haven't been counting here, but I'm pretty sure it ends being 13. So yeah, you can see that form is way worse. And I'm just barely getting my head above the bar. But it's something. And I'm trying to push myself as much as I can. So if I don't go for it, I'm leaving something in the tank and then I'm not going to get anywhere. So this is the seated cable machine. This is a 170. So let's see here. I can't remember how many I do. 8? 11? I'm not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I'm really using my legs. 9, 10. Give up at 10? Okay. So I do 10. Maybe I missed it there, but skipping that, going to the bicep curl. So this is 100 now, so these weigh 25 plus 2 tens, so that's 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and this bar weighs 10 pounds, so that's 100 pounds total. So it's not a strict curl, as in my back isn't against the wall. It's not, I swing a little bit, but these aren't like super cheat reps. I'm trying to be pretty controlled. So that's 3. I only weigh 160, so this is like 2/3 of my weight as well. 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's 8. Swinging a bit more, arching my back a bit more. I thought I was supposed to have done 9. I can't remember. Maybe I only did 8 for this one. Maybe I forgot to count a rep. What is this? Oh, this is lat pull down? Okay. 130? Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And this is after pull-ups, after seated cable, and after bicep curls. So my forearms, my biceps are all shot. What's next? Incline. This is the incline I forgot to film. 165. It's a different day. It's a day after, or 3 days after. 1, 2, should get 8. And this is after I would have done flat bench for 4 sets of 225, or 225 dropping to 205 on the 3rd and 4th set. Yeah. What is this? Oh, lateral raises? Why bother? Skip that. Oh, squat. Okay. So here's this, my squat form is not good. My flexibility is bad, but I wear the heel elevated shoes and I use that safety squat bar to assist me. So I think this is 170 pounds, a 45 plus a 10, so it's 90, 100, 110, and the bar weighs 60 pounds, so it's 170 pounds. I can't remember if this is 7 or 8 or 9 or 10. I think it was 10. Okay, so that's all of them done. This is back to the beginning. And then this is kind of what I look like as of, I don't know, 2 days ago. I weigh 162 pounds. Why is it all left oriented? I swear the phone is recording more to the right. Is there a way for me to find this? I don't think I can play in media player. Yeah, you can't really see the entire thing. So, noticeably larger, but in a kind of puffy way, meaning, body fat. Hopefully, over a longer period of time, it'll be easier to discern if there was any noticeable muscle gain, and I think a lot of that will show once I start cutting again in months from now. So let's go back to the kind of summary here, reviewing the progress. So, what are the takeaways from December? Well, too much weight. Hopefully, some of that is because of all the food going around kind of during the holiday season. So maybe when I'm not subjected to that kind of thing, I'll be able to adhere to my diet better. Promising strength gain on the bench. This is really the exercise where I feel like I'm progressing every single time, which is good. But I would like, I'm actually happy with my pec development. Where I want to get noticeable increases in size are my back and my shoulders. It would be nice to increase the incline, but if I'm pushing the flat every time and I do incline afterwards, it's going to be hard to see huge gains on the incline, I think, although they should go up. 165 for incline is not that good. Push downs, I'm happy with. Lateral raises, I just need to do more. Pull ups, honestly, I don't see myself doing 14 or 15. I think the true goal is going to be if I can consistently do 12 to 13 with good form, getting my chest to the bar, going high on the bar, while I'm getting heavier, then technically I'm getting stronger because the weight is increasing effectively as my body weight goes up, right? Seated row, I would like to improve here, although it's becoming difficult. Bicep curl is good, so I'm happy about that. Squat, I think I need to put more effort in. I think I can do better than this. So all in all, I think it's pretty okay. If I were able to make these kind of strength gains and not gain as much weight, then I would be even more confident because this is going to be a long journey. And based on the amount of body fat I've already gained, another 5 months of this, and I'm going to have a lot of fat to lose at the end of this. But that's pretty good, so we'll see how I do in January.